Hey guys, and welcome to the video. This is part 2 of our Hacking Modding Monday news and info segment, but Thursday edition. It's a continuation of the previous video. In this one, we will focus more on Nintendo systems. Mainly, it's going to be mostly centralized on the Switch because a lot has gone down there. And then we'll do like the 3DS, the Wii, and even the GameCube. Alright guys, if you're new to this, make sure you look down in the description so you can get a brief summary on what these weekly segments are all about. Let's go ahead and jump right into it with all the Switch stuff. Alright, and starting off with the Switch scene where we will be at for a little while, Nintendo has pushed yet another update. This is now 10.0.1. Apparently this was to fix a small bug or a small issue from the previous update that they just did, the 10.0.01. However, Skyers M, one of the developers of Atmosphere, noted that everything is still fine with the latest Atmosphere, so this didn't break custom firmware or pretty much anything. So if you're using the latest Atmosphere 11.1, then you'll be good to go. So if you had your system set up on 10.0.0, however you set it up, if everything was working, whether it's with Atmosphere or like Cosmos or NewTos or whatever, then if you update to 10.0.1, it should still work because nothing has changed or been broken. And next, there seems to be some security issues going on with the Switch. So Switch owners have reported that they have been seeing suspicious attempted logins for their account. Many users are sharing that they've received emails from Nintendo with notices of logins from new devices, even though they have not used new devices to log in from. Some even say that their payment information was used to purchase V-Bucks in Fortnite without their authorization. So Nintendo hasn't confirmed or denied if there has been a data breach. They said they are going to look into it, but for now you just need to make sure that your account is secured, make sure you reset your password. Also, it's recommended that if you have PayPal or a credit card linked to your account, make sure that you unlink it and to turn on the two-step verification process just to ensure a little bit more security. Okay, so for those who use Atmosphere or Cosmos, I did a video a couple of days ago, this one that you're looking at here, that shows you how to get everything back up and going again and get your games fixed and whatnot if you update it to 10.0.0. Now, this also works for 10.0.1. So if you use Atmosphere or Cosmos, I show you where to get the SIG patches from because that situation has changed. Some people were even confused about it, so I kind of clear that up there. And there's been a little bit of changes on how you install these SIG patches, especially with Cosmos. So I show you how to do that properly. And there is a new Cosmos 15.6, and I cover that in the video. If you have issues with tinfoil after you've updated everything, according to the video, if you're getting a red screen with tinfoil, make sure you delete all things tinfoil from your SD card and then reinstall version 8.10 and you should then be good to go. I also tell you in that video what you need to do in case after you do all of this, if you have issues with your games not working, maybe some of them don't work anymore or all of them work, I tell you what you need to do or give you some advice on how to fix that. Also keep in mind that these updates are new, so while most of your homebrews have been updated to work with 10.0, not all of them have been updated yet, so just keep that in mind. Alright, and for those who just use plain Jane vanilla Atmosphere, if you're having trouble using tinfoil with the latest Atmosphere, you can try NewTos, which is something that's brand new. It's a modified version of Atmosphere, and it does let you use tinfoil. As of right now, it shows that it has 10.0 support. I also believe it supports 10.0.1 as well. There's already tutorials online showing you how how to install this and how to use it. There's plenty of them out there already, so you can go ahead and search for them. The instructions are here, and it is pretty straightforward. But if you are using Cosmos or a Hecate and Atmosphere combo, just follow the video that I did a couple of days ago that I just mentioned, and that should make it work for you. This is mainly for plain Jane vanilla Atmosphere people. Alright, so these next few things I'm going to kind of breeze by them because we've talked about them a lot before in the past, and pretty much they've all been updated just to work with 10.0.0. They should also work with 10.0.1 because there was so little done in that update, so they should work with it. First up is Retro Reloaded, which gets updated. This is a really nice boot manager that I've covered before in the past. Comes with truckloads of options. You need to read the instructions very closely when you install this for the first time, so make sure you read them there from the README. Also come here to the releases and read everything that's there. Next is Capture Site. Capture Site is a homebrew that allows you to view Pokemon Sword and Shield data while you're playing either one of the games. It's available as an overlay or as just a regular applet. You can see here just some of the features. There's quite a few. When you come to the releases, you can grab the version that you want to use, whether it's the applet version or the overlay one. Alright, and next is an update to sys-tune. This is a Switch module that allows support for third-party controllers. When you come here, make sure you read the description. Some of the more commonly things that pop up are addressed here. You can install this really easily or update it if you've already been using it. Just come here to the releases, grab the zip file, and just copy and paste the contents that are there straight to the root of your SD card, and that's pretty much it. Next up, we have an update to NX Dump Tool. This allows you to back up your game cards. So when you have a game card installed into your Switch, you can back it up either into the internal storage or onto the SD card. So it's pretty straightforward, super simple to use. The NRO file is right here. And then we have MAME NX. This is a standalone MAME emulator. It's based on MAME 072. So if you want to give this a try, and by the way, this is an update, it's now on version 2.3. So if you want to give this a try, you need to make sure that you look for the 0.72 ROM set. It is a little bit older. I know 0.78 works with MAME 2003, like on the PS3 works really well. So 0.72 means that it's from either early 2003 or 2002, but give it a try and see. I don't know if it's any better than any of the MAMEs that are in RetroArch. And the updates continue. Next is Amiibo, which gets updated to work with the latest firmware. This is a virtual Amiibo emulation system for your Switch. We've covered this before in the past. I strongly suggest, if you never used this before, make sure you come over to the README and glance over everything because there's a lot of information here. You'll have two zips that you'll get. One goes into your Switch, the other is the EMU tool for your PC, and this is your virtual Amiibo creation tool that you need to use on your PC. Anyway, just follow the instructions here, come over to the releases, you'll see everything that they've done here in the changelog with this latest update. What I like with this one is that they added the overlay menu to it, so this is probably going to be the easiest way to control the homebrew right from the overlay. And down here are the two zip files I just mentioned. This one here, the Amiibo itself, the contents of that zip, just go copy and paste it onto the root of your SD card, and then the tool is what you use for your PC. Next up is Lockpick RCM. You guys should already know what this is. So this allows you to dump the keys, your encrypted keys that are in your switch, and there are homebrews out there that must have, or they used those keys, in those dumped keys, in order for them to function properly or function at all. And this is what you would use. The bin files over in the releases here, and you would inject it like you would any other payload bin file. Lastly, we have switch theme injector. The switch theme injector allows you, as the name suggests, to inject various custom themes onto your switch. And there's a ton of these themes out there, but they don't just change like, you know, your regular icons and just the backgrounds and stuff. These themes can also change like the whole complete layout of your home menu. And you can even create your own themes or edit existing ones. Again, this is something that you need to read up on if you've never used it before, or if you just want to use other people's themes. There are tons of them out there. Just look for Switch NX themes, and believe me, you'll find them. When you come here to the releases, all you need to do for your Switch is just grab the NRO file, install it like any other NRO. Now, if you do want to create or edit the themes, then you need this release 4.4.7 zip file. That's what you use on your PC. Oh, and I actually almost forgot something that's brand new. This is sys-tune. This is a background audio player for your modded Switch. What's great is that this works as a Tesla overlay menu. You can play your favorite tunes that are in MP3 format in the background while you're playing a game or just navigating around your Switch. You have a little control panel here as well, where you can, I guess, select shuffle, randomize your tracks, pause, go to the next one, go to the previous ones. You know, it's very basic, but nonetheless, it's there. And you can see your tracks will display. I think you can even set up a playlist is here as well. Make sure that you read over the installation instructions. You can get your download from the releases or from the zip file here. Obviously, I think this only works with Atmosphere because Tesla overlay menus only work with Atmosphere, and you need to have that installed first and then install this. It also mentions that you should not go into sleep mode while playing a tune. Make sure you pause it or stop it first and then go into sleep mode. Nonetheless, this is something I'm going to try out as soon as I'm done with this video. And we are done with the Switch scene. Let's head on over now to some other Nintendo consoles, starting off with the 3DS, DS, and DSi. The Twilight Menu Plus that can be used on those consoles has received an update. We've already covered this in the past. This is basically like an emulator type deal that allows you to play ROMs from various Nintendo consoles as well as even Sega consoles. Over here at the releases, you can check out what's been done in this latest update. It also includes the newest NDS Bootstrap, which is 0.34.0. If you plan on updating or using it for the first time, make sure you snag that 7-zip file. Alright, and now we are going to cover something regarding the GameCube. I think for the first time ever, I've never covered anything regarding the little GameCube. This is Swiss, and this is a multi-purpose all-in-one homebrew utility for your modded Nintendo GameCube. There's quite a lot that can be done with this homebrew. Unfortunately, I don't have any experience with it, but it seems to have just a ton of features and options. Over at the releases, when you check at what's been done with this update, it seems like they did quite a few fixes and updated one or two things here and there. This is version 0.5 R827. The 7-zip file for it is right down here. Alright, and lastly, an update to Wii Flow Lite, something we've talked about as well in the past. This is a version of the Wii USB loader Wii Flow, but it's the Lite version. This allows you to launch your games and apps that you have stored on your USB device or an SD card that's plugged into your Wii. It also works in your Wii U if you have the Wii U in Wii mode. Now, I know sometimes when things get updated, the updates might be a little bit minor and most people might decide to skip over them because there's nothing major in them, but this one has a lot of significant fixes and additions that have been done to it. So if you already use it, it's definitely worth updating. Also, make sure that you read over the important notice with this latest version here. And that is going to do it for this week's episode, guys. You know I appreciate you watching, and if you found anything here informative, useful, helpful, or maybe just entertaining, or you just want to throw some love or appreciation to the channel, of course, the best way to do that, as always, is just to hit that like button and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Much love going out to everyone. Be careful out there, be safe, but have fun, and we will see you on the next one.